Yeah,
It's
exactly.
What was the Soviet Union? I mean, the Soviet Union offered a utopian society that turned into a nightmare society. But the lure of it was that everybody's going to be equal, everybody, the poor and the working class, were going to have things they didn't have before.
See what happened to the Soviet Union? It's
took
gone.
they took it from a utopian to a nightmare. And every communist country, whether it's China, North Korea, Venezuela, you name it, same thing, right?
Yeah.
But that's the appeal to young people, because young people love utopia. Young people love a world where there's no problems, where everybody's equal, where everything is perfect. But that world don't exist and never will, not on this world. So utopia is always a dictatorship and a nightmare, and that's what all these countries. And I when I was young, I believed in that utopia too. I led a trip to communist China when I was 26 years old and met with the communist leaders of China because I was a true believer. But luckily, I was able to see behind the curtain, woke up, and saw that communism is evil. And that's basically where it is. Unfortunately, the young people today have all these communist and Marxist professors who teach them that communism is utopia.
Exactly.
And they never get to talk to people like you or people who lived under those societies to tell them the truth. They never get that.
Those people shouldn't be teaching.
No, they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be.
Well, they have no other skills because they're useless, most of these teachers. They're basically useless people, and all they got is that they got a chance to go into a university and get a job for life, and then they propagandize the kids, and they give them their communist and Marxist propaganda. But it's all BS. It's all BS.
The biggest problem is you're gonna try socialism, and if you don't like it, then you have to shoot your way out of it. There's just no turning back. You have to have a revolution, and you have to shoot your way out of it with guns.
Right, and unfortunately in all those societies, unlike our society, the guns are taken away from the population so that the population has no way to rise up and get their freedom. Yeah, so they're stuck until the society like the Soviet Union collapsed of its own weight, and it collapsed because economically it was a failure, like all socialist countries are failures.
But socialism doesn't work.
Of course not.
And that's the main reason. The
And
main
our
reason
teachers-
they want our guns, so we cannot rise up against their
100%,
socialism when they try it.
Because if the Cuban people had weapons, the Cuban people would have rose up against Fidel Castro. But they didn't have an opportunity to do that. And then they were brainwashed by their educational system to believe that the fact that you get to stand on a line for 6 hours to get one meal is somehow a utopia.
Yeah.
No, it's not a utopia. It's freaking hell.
So what's the likelihood that the Democrats will not cheat this election with the mail-in voting?
I don't know. My belief is that the silent majority is going to come out and Trump's going to win. That's my belief. We'll see. Who knows? I'm not. It's a dangerous time. I mean, there's more things being attempted this time, and there's more attempt to take advantage of COVID in a way that never existed before. So there's a lot of manipulation going on. You all have all the big tech companies, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google. All of them are working for their side, and they have chosen a side. And their side is to basically censor anybody who is for freedom, censor anybody who's for free speech, censor anybody who wants a society that has the values of America. And unfortunately, they've become very powerful because they have billions and billions of dollars. But that tide will turn too. That tide will turn.
To Soros and all of them.
What would happen if Trump contests the vote and the leftists come out into the streets and march to make mayhem and a disruption? Because it sounds very much like a color revolution.
I hope the National Guard is ready. I've heard that they're standing by. I have some sources that tell me that they're standing by and they will act immediately if there is any kind of uprising going on from either side. So I urge people to stay calm and work it out. And America is going through a dangerous time right now. He was right. I think right now is more dangerous time for America than it was when it was a Cuban Missile Crisis in the 60s. That's my opinion.
How is communism influencing the Democratic Party?
A lot of those young people believe in communism. They've been brainwashed, and Democratic Party embraces those young people, and they will do anything in their power to promote communism and get Democrats into power and win this stupid, ridiculous idea.
So would you encourage some kind of resistance? Because you can imagine that the governor of California won't permit the president to bring in a National Guard, and he'll and the media will oppose it, and that that he'll also have police, state police, local police to oppose it. What should the citizens do?
I never would encourage any violence. I think citizens should stay calm, but at the same time, if you feel you're in danger, defend yourselves. Most of us have guns, and we should not be afraid to use them to defend ourselves if our life is in danger.
But you can't use you're not legally able to use a gun unless someone has broken into your home, isn't that right?
Legally, you cannot use the gun unless you feel your life is in danger. And if I feel my life is in danger, I will use it. Yes, you're not allowed to have it outside your home. So, yeah, I'll be breaking the law if I take it with me. But if my life is in danger, I'll use it. I would rather use it and suffer the consequences than be dead. That's how I feel. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.